Bit of a different setup today. I'm actually standing because I had surgery. I ended up in hospital. Don't worry, I'm fine. I am a-okay. I just find sitting down a bit uncomfortable right now. So thought I would do this standing up, which is really weird. So we're gonna see how this goes. I really wanted to film a what I'm proud of video. I think that it's really important to celebrate the little wins or any win in your life. I just kind of wanted to come on here and kind of say some things I'm proud of, some things I might have created that I'm proud of, or things that I've done that I'm proud of for like the past month or so. I do think that it's like a nice way to kind of like keep track of what I'm up to and to like acknowledge the things that I'm doing. So I don't know why I'm so awkward. It's been a while since I filmed. So yeah, let's get into it. I have my iPad here. I'm a little iPad girly. The first thing that I did this month that I'm really proud of is I submitted some of my writing to a writing competition, which was the first ever writing competition I've submitted to in my adult life. I think I might have done a couple as a kid. The like feeling of completing a piece of work and submitting it was incredible. It's something that I want to kind of remember forever, where if I don't win the competition, which you never know, but if I don't, it's still worth it for that feeling that I got when I submitted the work. Like when I completed something that I was so proud of and something that I put like my blood, sweat and tears into, but something that I put so much work into, and finishing it and like submitting it off and doing something that is kind of scary, it was just such an incredible feeling. Like I felt euphoric. And I honestly think the feeling I felt, like the joy and like the pride in myself that I felt, is probably a stronger feeling than if I do win, like the pride I'll feel of winning. So I'm really proud of that. Yeah, what can I say? I'm a poet. I'm a poet. The second thing I'm really proud of, I've been turning my photos into magazine photo albums, and I'm really proud of it. One, because like we're creating stuff, yay, but also it's something that's been on like a list of things I want to do for so long now, and the fact that I've actually kind of like started doing it is something that I'm really, really proud of, because I'm kind of like doing the things I said I wanted to do. I only have one printed copy right now, which is my Europe 2024 magazine, but I have actually completed my 2024 year and 2025 year, and I'm now going back and doing 2023, 2022, 2021, and hopefully 2020 as well. And yeah, printed it through Canva as well. I was very much like, I don't know how this is gonna work, which is why I kind of tested it with this one first, but it's really lovely quality. It's just like a real magazine. The only thing is they don't like print the spine, like they don't let you customize that, so I've just like stuck a label on it saying Europe 24. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself for kind of creating a physical album of my life. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like doing this that's been on my list for years, like I feel like since like 2021 I've been wanting to do this. The fact that I've actually finally started doing it and like the results are so lovely and I'm still consistently doing it, I'm very proud of. The next one, I finished my sketchbook. I started this sketchbook in January this year, under the goal of like having a book that I could carry just like in my handbag with me and then draw in my lunch break or write stuff in my lunch break. And I finished it this month. Which is so crazy. It's just the Muji pocketbook, so like a really cheap one, and I decorated it all cute, but I have been like drawing pretty consistently almost every lunchtime, and yeah, I finally finished it the other day, drawing these like cute little characters. But I just think the fact that I've like continued to do something that's like creative in my lunch breaks instead of just like scrolling on my phone or watching a movie or something, which is still like things that I'm doing and I'm enjoy doing, but I think the fact that I've like kind of consistently flexed my like my brain and my skills in this way is something I'm really proud of. Like this time last year, I couldn't draw anything. And I'm not saying I'm an incredible drawer now, but I think that drawing is something that's so nice to do. And once you kind of get rid of that need to be like perfect or amazing at it, it's very therapeutic. These aren't like the most incredible drawings ever, but to me, I can see like my growth, how working my tool has helped strengthen it, like if that makes sense. I'm very proud of myself for continuing to do it and not being like, oh, well, I suck at drawing, so like I'm not even gonna try. It's like the whole point is just to create something. And I created a whole sketchbook of my life. So I'm really proud of myself for that. The next thing that I'm really proud of myself for is I have written a couple of articles for Substack and posted them. I think the pride for me there is like the fact that I am continuing to like flex my writing muscles, but also the fact that I am posting my work. I think for a long time I was kind of like, oh, if I want to be a writer, I have to like get a job or like have people like request my, I don't know how to explain it. It was like I had to have people who wanted to read my work for me to write. But then the realization of like, if you want to be a writer, if you want to be an artist, you just have to do it and put yourself out there. And like people might not engage, but it's not about that. It's about what it is for you. So I'm very proud of myself for writing some articles and actually posting them, because I feel like I write a lot of stuff and then I go like, I'm not going to show anyone this. So I actually did. I posted 2 articles and hopefully we'll keep writing more. The next thing I'm proud of is I had surgery. I'm not proud that I had to have surgery, but I am really proud of myself for going to hospital when I did and getting checked out. I really struggle to like take care of my health, and this year I really want to focus on that because my health has not been great. And so I am really proud of myself for actually going to hospital when I did and getting a scary surgery done and then giving myself the time off to heal. I realistically could have pushed myself to go back to work sooner, but I'm actually really proud of myself for not pushing myself and for like giving myself a full week of recovery and then actually resting in that week instead of like being like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? To be fair, I couldn't do anything. So it kind of wasn't my choice, but I'm still proud of myself for doing that. Kind of connected to that, the last thing this month that I'm really proud of is another thing I created, which is my little M.I.A zine. A sneak peek if my friends are watching this, because I haven't actually sent it out yet. But if you don't know, I make my 4 closest friends like a monthly zine of like anything really random stuff. Can be just like songs I like listening to. Last month I did like things that reminded me of my friends. But then this month I was kind of like, I don't think I'm gonna have time to make anything, because I had kind of struggled at the start of the month to come up with an idea. And then I ended up in hospital and I was like, I can't do this. So I was like, there isn't going to be one. I literally had like phoned one of my friends being like, I don't think there's going to be one this month. I'm sorry. And then I made one, which I want to clarify. It is fine to not do stuff. Like, I think if I had been so sick and so unable to do anything and I hadn't come up with an idea, that would be absolutely fine. But I am proud of myself for coming up with an idea. Does that make sense? Like the fact that my creativity is like rolling as it is, and I was like able to kind of come up with something that I wanted to do, and then I was excited to do it, and I did it, and I did it in a way that was healthy. Like I didn't push myself when I was really, really ill, like fresh out of hospital. I kind of like let the ideas marinate and was like, no, this is something I do want to do. And so when my strength was coming back, it was like, instead of continuing to just like scroll on my phone, I was like, I'm gonna like make this little thing instead. I made this, a little handmade zine. So it's of my time in hospital. And I made this little character that I'm really proud of with the text I sent my friend when I ended up in hospital and her response. And then on the back, I drew like an ornate frame and put a little meme that says, life update, it got worse, aka my health. But I'm really proud of myself for still kind of doing this, even if it is like a much simpler version, and doing it in a way that was healthy, where I didn't feel like I was forcing myself to do it, but like the ideas were still coming and I was still excited to do it. So I'm very proud of myself for that. But yeah, those are my May wins, I guess, and the things that I'm really proud of. Like I said, I think it's important to like acknowledge your wins. I think that in society, when we're so like driven for like efficiency and like getting stuff done, it's nice to kind of like take a moment, pause, and like reflect. And to me, March felt like both like the longest month ever and like the quickest month ever, and it was like such a roller coaster of shit that happened. And so I think it's nice for me to kind of take a step back and be like, even though it was a really hard month physically and mentally, I still accomplished so much that I'm really proud of, and I don't want to diminish that by not acknowledging it. Anyway, if you guys did anything that you're proud of, let me know. Let me know. Give me your little wins. I think it's just really nice to create a space where we can talk about it and like celebrate each other. Also, check out my gnarly bruise. I don't know if you can actually see it, but that's from my anesthetic. So yeah, thanks for watching. I always get so awkward at the end. Bye!